So bullets go ripping into the back of your vehicle as this black unmarked spinner, flying vehicle, whatever it is, comes up. So you can still see the street below you. There's still buildings all around you. You haven't really ascended very far yet. But this thing basically just came up out of the traffic and opened up. So, well, I guess the question is, what do you do?
Well, evasive maneuvers.
He's driving. I'm gonna go ahead and load a long range.
What are we in? Which one is us? Is this us? All right. We're in Kung Fury.
So, whoever's driving picks your maneuver.
All right. So let's take a look. Persifli, and this is secret, right?
Yeah, secret
This
from
is secret. Yep.
from that one.
They are at distance medium right now. The obstacle is a holo ad. A huge holo ad for a digital companion reaches for the vehicles and blocks their line of sight. Each driver must roll observation to stay on course, and a failed roll means the maneuver for the round fails automatically. So what was your choice?
I chose, let's see, Dakota chose block.
Stand and shoot.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what this looks like then. This car rises up, fires off a barrage, no actual damage. It orientates itself to try and get a better shot, allowing you the possibility to escape. But you are trying to block. You are trying to basically ram into something and knock it over, or to create a distraction, maybe the side of a building, or maybe this hollow blimp is in front of you. that you can
Just
actually
simply
use.
trying to put something between us is what she was trying to do.
Yes, to create obstacles for the pursuer. This
Mm-hmm.
is but before any of that happens, the big what was her name in Blade Runner 2049? What was the girl's
Joy.
name? Joy reaches down and blocks your line of sight. So each driver must roll observation to stay on course.
All right. Good for us. There's a success.
So your maneuver
succeed.
you'll get a chance to do it. Their observation, what is it? Is it intelligence?
It is intelligence observation. Yes.
Okay. Oh, what a success. So, both of you are able to evade the holo ad and be able to attempt your maneuvers. So, Prey goes first, I believe.
Oh boy. All right, it's B and a D, right?
They're driving.
Oh no.
Choose to push for stress.
We will push.
You'll get an instant stress though. What is your stress?
2 currently.
Got 2.
Out of 4.
Did you roll a 1? Oh, you did.
On a D6, but I'm rolling a D10. Come on, we got this. We got this. There it is. Success.
Okay, so you got 1 success with a block. If you succeed, you move 1 range category away from the pursuer, and the pursuer must also roll a driving before resolving their own maneuver. So what does this look like with this holo ad? Because you are able to basically put the holo ad, the hologram itself, maybe between you and the pursuer, and then use the opportunity to blast away through.
Does he still take a stress?
Yes, you still take a stress personally, yeah. However, it succeeds. Now they must make a driving roll to see if the block actually worked. Yeah, and now that you're a little, now that you could get a better line of sight at this thing, now that you can actually see it, it's not in fact a spinner like yours. It appears to be like a larger, more blockier flying. It looks like some kind of squad transport.
Oh boy.
Squad transport. So it's either Wallace or it's some underground.
Or just somebody who's got their hands on a squad transport.
It's Mercs. Or it's movement.
This is their driving roll to see if you are successful in putting this block, and no successes. You are able to increase the range, so now you are at long range. Okay?
Yes.
Their action was stand and shoot, so they're not trying to increase the range, they are just focusing on opening up. Okay, so they do now a ranged combat roll. Autocannon, max range is long, so it's still within.
It's in range.
Yeah.
Okay. Shooting cops out of the sky, man. That's some balls. 2 episodes we're doing that. We're just gonna be dropping.
Oh, the bullets open up, and everywhere around you, there's like the that hollow emitter that's creating joy just gets completely like the whole side of it gets sheared off. But the hologram is still there. The core, innards of it still projects the hologram. So your maneuver still worked. And they're trying to fire through the hologram, but the cover worked and they missed, which brings us into the second round. You've increased your range. So now what is your maneuver?
It's like a rock, paper, scissors sort of.
Long shot, but yeah.
As you're racing through the streets of Los Angeles, high above the din, at long range, the obstacle is lightning! Lightning strikes. The prey or the pursuer is hit. Equal chance for each. Let's see.
You did say it was raining.
I did say it was raining. Roll a d6, 1 to 3, as it hits you guys.
It's a 1.
It hits you guys. The spinner loses all power, and the driver must make a tech roll to reboot the spinner's systems and prevent a crash. Even on a success, the maneuver chosen for the round fails.
Here we go. It's an A and D. Tech roll.
Coda. Don't they cover this in the academy?
Oh. They certainly do not.
Oh, and to push, we would have to be pushing a D6.
And you would take another stress automatically.
Oh man.
Now, you're high up, you're not crazy high up, but that means that you're losing power and you're gonna start to crash. If you fail this roll, the thing loses power and you've got 1 round after this to do basically like another action, which is to try and reboot the system before it crashes down into the street below.
Okay. Dakota's at 3 of her 4 resolve. If I just take the fail, she's gonna take the stress, right?
No, only if you push.
Only if you push.
Only if you push.
And pushing is
You get to roll the 6.
You get to roll
16% chance on. No.
But you also get twice. You're a replicant. You could push twice.
Yeah, but it's 1 in 6.
And if you can't.
And you would get stress for each push, yeah?
Yeah, if he rolls another 1.
So what's
1
gonna
in
be?
6. Incels,
Okay.
interlinked. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
Blade
looking
Runner.
for the eject handle.
All right.
Okay.
Take a stress. I can push again. I can push
You
again.
are a replicant.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, so the spinner loses power from the lightning strike. Sparks fly on the dashboard, and the vehicle starts to sink like a stone through the air, falling down towards the streets of the city. You go first, you're the prey, but it automatically fails because you have no power, and their action was pursue. So they are trying to decrease the range between you, and they're making a mobility driving roll. Here we go. Oh, they critically succeed, which
they weren't shooting.
means they
coming
decrease
down.
by 2. So now you're at short range.
Oh!
As you go careening down, and they're kind of coming up and chasing down behind you. Okay, it is time to pick your actions
action.
in the next round.
I think we're a little limited as to what's going to happen here. Oh,
Hit the safing button.
that's a guaranteed outcome of some kind.
Okie dokie, the obstacle for this round as you go plummeting down towards the street.
We can't outrun them.
Lightning.
Distance, they're in range no matter what we do.
Construction. A major construction site is up ahead. It gives an advantage to the hide, block, and cut off maneuvers, but a disadvantage to pursue, flee, and stand and shoot. A failed pursue, flee roll will inflict 3 damage to the vehicle. So let's see what you did. What was your action?
Stand and shoot.
So you're plummeting to the. If you don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's his stand and shoot.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
both at disadvantage.
Both people at disadvantage. You're sticking your arms out of a crashing vehicle, trying to shoot
Through a construction zone.
through a construction zone.
After being hit by lightning.
Officer
After
Malcolm
being
and
hit by
Officer
lightning.
Carroll's doing that. I'm frantically trying to restart this thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you. Great. Love it. Let's do that then.
You just let it fall.
So you do your tech roll first to see if you can get this thing back online.
That's his tech roll.
Oh, that's his tech roll. Right. He's a
Driving.
Right.
It's her tech roll.
Her
Let's go.
tech roll.
That's right.
Come on, girl. You got this. Yeah,
Okay.
she got it started.
Okay. right, so you're not crashing to your death anymore. However, you are shooting. You go first.
Let's do this.
So disadvantage.
So,
you take-
disadvantage, so I'm just using one of my dice.
Your highest die.
So instead of 2B, I get 1B.
You got this.
Come on, officer. Now, I can spend what kind of point?
It's the key memory or the key or the signature item. It's the key memory is what it is.
Key
My
memory. You
mistake.
can use your key memory to improve your chance to succeed. So how are you interacting with the key memory in order to do that?
The same adrenaline I feel as my stomach drops with this spinner is the adrenaline I felt flying through the air as that blast just picked me up and threw me.
Okay.
And I'm suddenly just back into that just
Yeah.
visceral.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, so you are no longer disadvantaged at this roll.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you're
Same
shooting
number, I
at
bet.
a vehicle.
We call that a critical success.
Yes, you do. You do. However, it's going to get an armor check. So it's armor.
He's using a sniper.
Roll a crit.
2 successes from you. What's your base damage, though?
2.
So base damage 2, so you did 3 damage. It rolled 2, so you actually did do 1 hull point to it.
Okay.
And that
base
means you also do
plus-
get the critical because it didn't get reduced to 0. What's the critical type of the gun?
So D10 is a crit die. I got a 3.
3. Windshield shattered. The windshield of the vehicle is shattered, reducing the maneuverability of the vehicle 1 step. Okay, so, well, that's effective.
help?
And now they shoot theirs at disadvantage at you as they're chasing you down. You've just got the thing online. The engines flare into life as they line
one
up
more
the shot.
question. Piercing doesn't matter.
No,
for
doesn't
armor.
matter. No. Not against a vehicle. Okay, so they fire at you, and they miss with disadvantage.
on.
Okie dokie.
Chase
That
is
was
still
the
going.
second round. There was no pursue flee rolls, right? Because what was your?
It was stand and shoot.
Right, it was stand and shoot. Okay, great. So now we go. This goes back to the
Careening through this
obstacles.
construction zone.
You're still at short range. Have you picked your maneuver?
Yes.
The
Come on,
obstacle
Dakota.
is a billboard. A huge neon billboard blocks the way. Any failed pursue flee maneuver here means that the spinner crashes violently and the chase is over. The driver can choose to cancel their maneuver and pass the obstacle slowly and carefully. No roll required. What is your choice?
We chose other.
Okay, stand and shoot.
Okay. So the idea here is we were falling.
Yep.
They're pursuing. We fired the engine back up again. So we've got power back. We're going to hit the air brakes and they're going to fly right by.
I see. It's a little Himmelman maneuver.
We're
so to
dropping,
speak.
Reverse
hit the air
thrusters.
brakes, let them come by, and now we are pursuing.
Okay,
That's,
sure.
That's
sure,
the plan.
Sure.
It's at your discretion.
Yep. No, that's cool. That's because you are at short range, so that's fine. There's still going to be a driving maneuverability roll, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the skill. It's whatever you determine it's going to be.
But there is this billboard coming up.
Yep.
For the purposes of this obstacle, this still counts.
Okay.
So you roll first
Okay.
to try and do this. And this could actually negate their ability to shoot you, which is also an advantage.
Because that's just to get around the billboard. So if you don't make this, then the maneuver is irrelevant, yeah?
No, this is for the maneuver. But if he
okay.
fails it, you hit the billboard.
Okay. Okay, 2 successes.
Okay, a critical success. So it works, and
She was sandbagging before.
I really feel like this should be an opposed roll because it is an other. Yeah, I'm gonna call it an opposed
you're
roll.
the storyteller.
But their maneuverability is damaged because of the shattered windshield.
Yeah.
It's a neat idea, but I can't possibly let it work.
Nice.
I'm calling free league.
So the maneuverability, yes, opposed roll. 1 success. You do it, which means they're able to. You bypass them, and they can no longer shoot you because their guns are forward mounted.
That's right.
Okay, so now you're still at short range, but here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go. Okay, next round.
All set.
Before you reveal, canyon is the obstacle. A chase enters a canyon between 2 massive buildings, bathed in neon lights from huge billboard ads. Any hide action gets a disadvantage.
I like these. These are interesting.
Flee.
Cut off is what we chose.
Okay, cut off. So cut off means you're trying to race ahead and prevent them from fleeing from you. Well, now, interestingly, they are the prey.
That's
so
right.
They go first. So they are fleeing. They're doing a driving roll. No successes. So they do not change the range. And now you, the pursuers, all of a sudden, you try and find a shortcut and cut off the prey. This maneuver can only be done by the pursuer. Make an opposed driving roll. If the range is long or extreme, you get disadvantage. It is not. If you win the roll, the distance to the prey is immediately reduced to engaged, and an immediate hand-to-hand combat ramming attack can be made as per above. If you lose or roll a tie, the distance is increased to extreme. Wow, okay. All right, so as you're racing through this canyon of buildings, make your driving roll.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
And it's opposed. Oh, you can just push, but I'll roll theirs first.
it's okay. I'll roll here first.
You can push though.
You can.
Oh, 2 successes.
Boy.
We can't beat that.
Nope.
Basically, in this canyon of buildings, you duck out of sight for a second, take a shortcut through an alley, and try and head them off at the pass. But what happens is you get kind of turned around a bit. Maybe there's some other, floating advertisement blimps or whatever it is. And by the time you come back into that main sort of canyon between the giant buildings, they are way out. They've hit the high. You can see them. They're at extreme range right now.
Okay. So we're now back to this again.
Yeah. So
already
now,
even further.
still technically on. The chase is still technically on. So the obstacle, going low. The chase goes low. The spinner's racing through narrow streets at breakneck speeds. This gives an advantage to the hide, block, and cut off maneuvers, but a disadvantage to pursue, flee, and stand and shoot. And then a failed pursue, flee roll will inflict D3 points of damage to the vehicle. What is your choice of action?
Well, we chose pursue and flee.
And so did we. So you're pursuing and they are fleeing. So they go first. They have disadvantage, as do you. So disadvantage means they take away their lowest die, and they're rolling this. They're trying to increase the distance, and they fail, which means that they inflict D3 points of damage to the vehicle.
Oh wow.
2. But so they've taken 3 hull damage as they're racing through these low streets, smashing into street vendors, smashing into parked cars, smashing into sides of buildings.
Success.
Okay, you decrease the distance to long range.
You want to radio in?
Yeah, how about I radio this in? See if we can, I don't know.
Bring another police cruiser out here to
Maybe.
cut him off.
And yeah, so I'll radio in while he's.
Got your thing?
Got my thing.
Smog cloud is the obstacle. We're gonna go through all of these. The polluted smog thickens as the chase continues. It's going to be difficult to keep track of the target. A hide maneuver gets an advantage, and even if the prey doesn't hide, the pursuer must roll observation. If it fails, their maneuver for the round fails automatically. So what is your action?
Pursue, flee.
Stand and shoot as they spin around
Oh.
and open up at long range. There's no disadvantage to this one because it's not a hide roll, but the pursuer must roll observation. Right, so they are spinning around and blasting through the fog. Pow, 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 pow. No, I'm rolling them first. They're now the prey, so they resolve their actions first.
Gotcha.
In this particular case, it would make sense that they would have to make an observation roll too. It makes sense, so I'll do that roll for them. 1 success. And there it is. 1 success. So they are able to see you, which means they are also able to shoot. And they are rolling to fire as they spin around. Oh,
No, they were already spun.
Well, that's
one
one hit. Now you do have armor. I think it C's on your spinner.
So 2d8.
2d8s.
There it is.
Okay, so you are able to shrug off the damage from that.
She's
but
not
now
going down,
you
man.
must deal with the smog cloud.
Yep.
You have to do an observation roll.
Observation roll, which is a D12 and a D8.
Not too bad. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Well, it's pretty bad.
Got to push, right?
Can you with 4?
Oh, she's
Stress.
at max.
That's what I was saying.
You're
I
not
don't
allowed to
think-
push after.
Is that it? No pushing beyond your max.
Are you
I'm
complete
at
max.
4.
out of
4.
Yeah.
So you're broken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When you get,
You know, you've been operating unbroken.
yeah, that's no good. When you're broken, oh well, this changes everything.
Uh-oh.
I'll just read the damn rules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't push anymore because you're out. Like,
When you have suffered stress equal to or in excess of your resolve rating, you're broken by stress and suffer a critical stress effect. Oh,
Okay.
dude,
Okay,
how could you let this go? Immediately roll 1 base die corresponding. Let's do this right now.
Yeah.
Roll 1 base die corresponding to your empathy rating.
It's a 7.
Twice as bright, the stress pushes you forward to perform an extraordinary feat.
Yes!
But you know what? I'm not giving it to you because you've already done all these things when you should have been broken before.
well, that
so
was
no.
the extraordinary.
That
feat.
was it.
That was the extraordinary
That was
feat,
it.
exactly,
That she
exactly.
managed to stick with it.
That's right.
Okay. So that brings us up
But
to
then what
current
happens?
state.
Oh, right.
That's-
After the action, see result number 2, time to die. You lose the will to live and simply collapse on the ground. You just can't force yourself to do anything at all, even to the point of putting your own life in jeopardy due to your inaction. Okay, well, that's bad because you're driving this thing. Okay, see,
Yeah.
this changes everything.